This is a video on how to mix your vocals on Bandlab. I've seen a lot of tutorials on this same topic, but I like my process. My process is easy, and I think you all will too. So the first thing we're going to do is go into the session. I have a session open already. This is one of my songs. I'm just going to play you the final product of the song, and then later on in this video I'm going to show you how I got the results. Now the muted tracks that you see in gray, those are muted. Don't mind those. Those were throughout the process of me recording this song. That's just how I do my music. So those didn't matter anymore. I already got my ideas from those tracks, so don't mind those.
I just dropped my two, hope it's alright. We just stepped off in the club and the vibe right. Track me, yo, game when we spark the pipe. Track me, yo, game when it come to dice. I just met your girl, man, she too nice. I might take her to the hotel and hit it right. I just seen her friend and she real right. I just seen the house, they on the other side.
Alright, so that is the final product of the song. So I'm gonna show you how I got that. First, since I'm not a singer, I automatically went to the auto pitch. I got it on A major, so and I put that all the way on heavy. So in my effects, first you start off with a EQ. So I start off with the graphic EQ, and this is something what it should look like. The 100 is usually the muddiness of the vocals, and it's a lot of muddiness in the headphones, versus actual microphone. So I turn that down, but not all the way, because you don't want to just totally flatten the vocal. The 200s throughout the 400s, those two, I just boosted those up, but not too much. That kind of brings out the fullness of the vocal. And the 800 through the 1.6K, that's kind of like the walkie-talkie sound. So you kind of want to experiment with that, because it just really depends on your voice and the sound you want. The 3.K, I lowered that down. That was kind of like the harshness of the shine. And the 6.4K is the brightness of the beat, and I'm of not the beat, but of the vocal. So I put that all the way up, pretty much to as much as I could, just to get the clearness out of the vocal. And the level, that's up to you. The second effect that I use is the BL1176 compressor. You can experiment with this, because the compression really just depends on your voice and your vocals and how you want it to sound, and how you want the air to attack your vocal. So mainly the ratio should be on the 4:1 setting. You have a few of them, but it should be on the first one. So the rest of it, you can kind of experiment with it. It just really just depends on you. The second effect I use is another compressor, but it's a De-Esser. This stops the the S sound, the S sounds in the vocals and stuff like that. It kind of dulls it out. So you could experiment with that. That's just what mine's look like. You could make it identical and just see what it sounds like for your vocals and experiment on your own. The next thing I have is a noise gate. This is important when you're recording on Bandlab, because you got a lot of background noise on your headphones. It's not like a studio microphone where it silences all that stuff on its own. You have to somewhat silence some of that background white noise in your vocals, and this is what pretty much my settings look like. You could replicate this, or you could experiment with your own thing and see how you like it to sound and how much background you want gone in your vocals. The next thing I use, I put on another De-Esser, and this one is a soft one, a soft De-Esser that I put on. So the threshold is at -2.7, so that's real soft compared to the first De-Esser that I have all the way down at -40. That's just another one just after the noise gate, just to kind of dull any more hissing and stuff like that, and S's, the harshness out of the S's with your vocals. So the next effect that I use is another compressor. I add another compressor because you want your vocals to sound thick and full. You're recording on your headphones. So I add the Bandlab BA2A, and this is what my settings look like. You could do it however you want to, but these are pretty much the basic layout of effects that you would need for the professional sound. So the last effect that I use on my vocals is my reverb. So I use a Spacemaker reverb, and this reverb is pretty good. This is what my settings look like. With my vocals, with kind of pop sounding music, a long plate type would sound good. Large hall sounds pretty good, and medium ambience sounds alright. But I usually go with the long plate, and that's what my setup looks like. So those are pretty much all my effects. So now what I want to go back in and do, I want to just take all of the effects off so I could show you what it sounds like without the effects on. And then I'm going to go back and show you the final product again, and you could be the judge on the difference and if you like the quality or not. So, but as you could see before I even play the raw vocals, once I recorded the vocals, what I did, as you could see the difference, is a chop in between some of the bars. That is the empty space that really has no space in your music. If you want it to sound professional, you want to remove as much non-important sounds and non-useful background noise that's in your music, just to give you that clean sound. So we're gonna play it with just the raw vocal. This is just the raw vocal, no auto-tune, no effects. Don't judge me, I'm not a singer, but I do love the auto-tune.
I just dropped my two, hope it's alright. We just stepped off in the club and the vibe right. Trap me, yo, game when we spark the pipe. Trap me, yo, game when it come to dice.
Alright, now we're gonna go back and put all the effects back on. So the auto pitch is on A major, on high, on all the way on heavy. The effects, turn your EQ on, your compressor, your second compressor, your noise gate, your third compressor, but your De-Esser, your fourth compressor, and your reverb. And this is what your final product would somewhat sound like. But this is what my product sounds like. I hope y'all like it. And next video.
I just dropped my two, hope it's alright. We just stepped off in the club and the vibe right. Trap me, yo, game when we spark the pipe. Trap me, yo, game when it come to dice. I just met your girl, man, she too nice. I might take her to the hotel and hit it right. I just seen her friend and she real right. I just seen the house, they on the other side. I'm a blow.
So that is my video on mixing vocals in Bandlab. I have more videos on the way. Like, subscribe, comment, give me your feedback. And it should be more in store on this channel. And I hope you all take the information I've given you and you can make some nice sounding music yourself. Alright, y'all take care. Have a good day.